All right, so now we're good. Okay, so we can share this with Danielle later.
So I'm gonna be making some modifications as we go.
Okay.
But I pretty much put like a little PowerPoint together.
Okay.
In the event that this is how you wanted me to present this to, at the meeting today.
Right. Okay. Now, I did make it so that if you want to share your screen, you can. I think I got it.
Perfect. And I just am gonna need some, obviously some suggestions on some things and how we really want to think about our profit margins and everything.
Right.
We're just using this as a temporary solution to figure out like how big this can be. And then we can figure out like how we're going to use vendors moving forward.
Right.
Because I know, I think the schools, excuse me, really anticipating us to use like local vendors, local sources. But I think with this platform that I've set up, actually, Kristen and I have been talking very frequently because our sons play basketball together.
Good.
So I've just been talking to her about PTA stuff and, just revisiting the swag store conversation. And she really introduced me to this platform. So I've just been playing around with it. Obviously we can certainly make adjustments as we go, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you.
All right.
And just show you what I have going on right now.
Okay.
And obviously we want to just discuss this with admin and see what kind of suggestions they have for us as well.
Okay.
All righty. So I'm sharing. I'm going to move this over now that I have now that I have moved my screen. I have like the craziest life when it comes to sharing. Hold on. I'm going to stop.
Yeah,
I just moved it. Be able to.
There we go.
I'm on my same screen that I have my camera on.
Gotcha.
So basically this is the PowerPoint that I put together. So I'm not going to share that just yet. I'll just enlarge it.
Company name Printify. Is that what that is?
The platform that we would pretty much use to resource the different vendors that we have the opportunity to work with. Basically, the platform is set up as if we're setting up a store on, I've elected to use Etsy as our actual ordering platform that the external people would see. We are the only ones seeing this screen Printify. Okay. So I'll show you the Etsy screen a little bit later, but this is really what is our, back end situation. So I've signed us up for the free platform as of now in the event that, we just decide this isn't for us. Okay.
Right.
So it is basically, I've created the store. I've set up all of these designs. Like I've made all of these products myself. Okay. Just based on, just ideas, I've put in things there for the students, faculty, staff, parents, community members, all will have the opportunity to be able to order from this.
Okay.
There's multiple options, multiple colors. Like this shirt has a white option. This hoodie has a black option.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's sizes from like small to extra large for kids. And so I'll show you pricing.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
But when I was using the Printify platform, the shipping was outrageous, like
yeah,
$9.99 per item,
uh,
more than what the item will cost.
yeah.
So if I set up a platform to sell our items on a live store online through Etsy, the
Mm,
shipping cost is like as low as $3.99.
okay. So when you say shipping, who's it going to? Is it going to that person who orders, or
Yep,
is it
so
a
they will
bulk
be
thing that goes
directly,
out? Okay,
yep, they'll be clicking on Etsy, ordering as if they're ordering from Amazon, their own Etsy account. Like this is a true Etsy account. We can make it public. It will be public, so anyone can order from it.
gotcha.
So they're just clicking and it's a drop shipment. The information, most of these items are going to go to one specific vendor,
Right.
and they're in Canada. So the shipping average is like 1 to 5 days. So it's pretty fast shipping.
Okay.
Um, and they have three different types of shipping. They have standard, economy, and express. And so each item will be priced differently based on the price of the item.
Hmm.
And I did like a generic shipping, like
Yeah.
example based on my zip code.
Right.
Um,
Right.
So basically, these are just some of the items that I currently have in the store.
Okay.
Um, Go ahead.
So, question then, uh, is there a, like, does any of those particular items have to have a minimum ordered before they print them? Or is it truly, like you said, if I say I want a t-shirt and a mug, I just order that, and it's not that, well, we needed 10 orders of the mugs for them to do them, right?
Yep. It's a
Okay,
drop ship directly to the consumer. Nothing, we don't have to have an inventory.
okay,
We are not shipping out anything. We are literally just supplying them with what we want
right,
and how we want it.
right,
So yeah, like I said on here, the ordering platform, this is my next slide, just basically everything that I just went over.
okay,
And there's a product catalog that we can decide, hey, if they're asking for blankets, we can select
right,
items to make blankets, and I'll show you that shortly too. And the prices really are affordable. These are all Glydian shirts.
mm-hmm,
Um, and they are the most affordable items.
mm-hmm,
Um, so I was just thinking about, just stuff that I like. I'm a cup person. I'm a t-shirt person. Josiah
yeah,
loves. I know teachers love these bags, and not everything is branded with OPR Penguin.
right, right,
Um, and then I just thought this was cute for the children. OPR
right.
Scott is calling them that. I know they call that a lot. I haven't been able to do any army fatigue stuff yet.
Well,
Um,
and quite honestly, I don't think we should, because if they change the theme for next year,
so late
you
in
know
the
what I
school
mean?
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I think if we keep it as generic as possible, it doesn't matter what their theme is. I mean, maybe if you wanted to add a camouflage thing later, just in general, but you know what I mean? I think for the first go around, we should just be giving them options that we know they could use for multiple years or whatever out of it, without
And really
feeling like
just
I'm the odd man out because I'm the only one with a camo shirt now. You know what I mean?
and really this is the testing stage,
Yeah,
so we don't want to offer a lot of different items and
right,
for no reason.
right.
So like I said earlier, the shipping options are standard, economy, and express. And it's credit card based. Apple Pay, you can use PayPal. Let me add that.
All right. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Payments, yeah,
And so these are other, hold on, these are other options that we can, use as images as well.
right.
Um, You know,
Mm-hmm.
ones that are already using. These are others that I thought were, I need to find like more community member and parent options.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I'm gonna try and get some feedback on.
Right, yeah.
Um, and then just some other language for designs, like to add, like with the penguin, proud OPR parent, like this one says, and then this is like a polo,
Mm-hmm.
actually not
Just
right.
has the pocket, has the design on the
Yeah,
pocket, like, side,
we are,
right?
we
Yeah.
are, yeah, so like any faculty staff member can wear that shirt. Any parent, anyone can buy that shirt. Um, and then proud support of the Penguins, Old Post Elementary, like with the Penguin,
Mhm.
Mission Possible as an option. We are OPR, just Old Post Road Elementary with the Penguin. And just something like with Penguin Pride, you could put that on a cup, a mug,
Right.
canvas bag. And then this is where I was actually going to add pictures
Mm-hmm.
from what I'm showing you now here
Okay.
from our current live store, which if you look on Etsy, um, hold on just a second, I can actually click on it from here. Visit the store. So if you're going, if we're sending out like a flyer or QR code or whatever
Mm-hmm.
to people directly to the store, this is pretty much what they're seeing. And this is currently, if we want to make at least a $2 profit on any of these items, like that is the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
These are the current prices for these items.
Okay.
And I mean, I think these items are priced, pretty appropriately, if you ask me.
Okay.
I need to modify these to say adult.
Right, right. Or yeah, I think you should do that if any of those apparel options are, not being offered in both an adult or youth
Yeah, because
option.
these are the only youth options.
So
And then
then maybe we should label those up there, the unisex, but then put adult in there somewhere so that a family knows that they can't order in a kid size for that.
I mean, I'm happy to do this one and the kids one too.
Mhm.
And this bottle, there's three different, so this is not live right now.
Okay.
uh,
Mhm.
But this bottle actually, you can see it on this page, is you can get it in three different sizes.
Mhm.
And it's like 18 or 12, 18, and 32. And this is
Mhm.
Josiah brings a 32 ounce of bottle like this to school every day and fills it at the water fountain. So
Right. How much does the price change for the different sizes? Does it adjust price wise or?
does so 12 ounce is, you're down here.
Oh,
12
okay.
ounce is $30.
Mhm.
18 is 32, which is not a significant difference in price, but a big price.
Right. Yeah. That's
Big.
too horrible
Yeah, so maybe instead of offering three, we offer two options, since that
right.
price is not really a huge difference. And then the 32 ounces, 35.
Mhm.
So faculty, student, staff, whatever can order this.
So now go when you that chart that you had with the prices down there, what was the column then that said profit? how does all of that work then? If somebody buys, let's say the 12 ounce for $30.85, what, do we make anything off of any of that then? Or what is, okay,
29% of the product, but we can adjust this.
okay.
All of this can be adjusted.
And then just because math is not my forte, so help me figure out then just the process. We're using the Etsy store to place the orders, correct? Etsy is a vendor under Printify that we can use. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yes, but Etsy is an online store. Like I use Etsy. I have an Etsy account. Like,
Do we have to pay anything to Printify?
right now we have the free account.
Okay, all right. So then the only expense,
Currently not having it. We don't currently have an expense.
okay, that's what I'm trying to just picture so that I'm just trying, I have a hard time, that's just because that's how my brain works, but
Let me see if I can find some information about
how,
our account.
I guess ultimately the biggest question somebody's going to say is, well, how does this benefit the PTA? Like, how do we earn anything off of if we're ordering through Etsy and not, you know?
Well, based on the orders, like if someone were to go in and order, just like I just showed you, if they were to go in and order this
one of the-
bottle for
Yeah,
$30, we would make $9 off of that $30.
okay, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, in the perfect world, that's a really great margin. That's
Yeah, no, that's not bad. Yeah. I'm that person who can't, I have to visualize things and
oh, I
you know what I
understand.
mean? So like, I know automatically, like if we were using Member Hub as our store, they would take um, the processing part of it. Is there any fee then that the buyer pays for using credit cards, or is that all kind of tallied into whatever total they're paying? So there's no hidden fees to them.
The only thing I can think of is you might have to sign up for an Etsy account,
Okay,
but that's free.
right, right,
I do need to actually update like our business information and add like our banking account information. Like I can't
okay, okay,
really put, you know, a green light on this until like we really wrap this up. But I just wanted
yeah,
to be able to present something to
right.
admin and show them, hey, like this is what we're working with
Yeah.
right now. What suggestions do you have?
I think that all sounds great then. I think, and if you're willing to share it, I will, I'll support you. So my question would be then about our meeting tonight. This is a general membership meeting, so do you want, when you keep saying presenting it to admin, is that a separate
Everyone.
item,
Yep.
or do you want it mentioned, shown at tonight's meeting to everybody that's there, whoever shows up,
I mean, basically from our last admin conversation,
Yeah.
Mr. Z's feedback was what, like, when we asked, what do you want from us in the next meeting? And they said, if you can give us some swag store information so we can like really get this going before the end of the school year, we would love to see it.
Right,
And I think and that was 3 weeks ago. So us being able to give this to them in 3 weeks is really like great.
right.
So, you know, we can ask the question, when do you want us to go live with this? Like, do you want us to do like a soft rollout with just like teachers first?
I think the way we should word it is not asking them when and
Tell,
how we do this, but asking them and saying, we're thinking of running it and staff can order from this, families, community, anybody can order from this. You know what I mean? And we pick the time frame that we think might be good, and then see if that works for them, see if they're on board with that for advertising. If we start asking permission from them for everything,
I get it.
PTA thing, they're going to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? So that's my take on just, how do I say that? Carefully choose
Our battles.
things. Yes, because part of me is ticked off that we even have to try and please them, to get them to support us. But that's a whole other issue. You know what I mean? That's not my battle for today. And I'm okay if you feel that you want to kind of chair this. And because I added on the agenda then that you were going to be the chairperson. And if anybody wanted to work with you on it, they could comment and we'll direct them to you. You know what I mean? Because I will tell you, I was hot to trot after that last meeting. I was just,
You can stop recording now if you want.
yeah. And I wrote up those minutes because quite honestly, I felt like I really wanted to send it to them and let them see on paper how it translated to us, but since I didn't get feedback from you or Danielle yet on that, I'm not sending it out until our next meeting. But I just, I want tonight's meeting to hopefully not have drama. That is, I just, mentally, I don't think any of us want to deal with any of that, I knew when I sent out the reminder email that no one from admin would even acknowledge it until yesterday because school was closed on Monday. And if he's adamant about his boundaries of not working on a non-school day, but they can't even acknowledge and say, yep, we'll be there, see you, and I've not heard a peep, nothing from Candace and Darcia, so I don't count them as chairpersons anymore because they have not attended anything, not responded to anything that we have. So if they want to step up and do fundraising for next year, that's on, up to them. But right now, I don't have the energy or the time to sit here and try and keep asking nicely and professionally for reports from people. Jamie sent me an email saying she didn't have anything to report, and really she shouldn't have anything because she only does the fall event, but at least she acknowledged it, right? And then Megan said she won't be there at the meeting tonight because she's going to the Globetrotters thing.
Yeah, that is tonight. I actually saw her this morning when I dropped Josiah off because I was thinking that he was probably going to miss school today. So I let him sleep in a bit.
Yeah.
But I have really just been thinking about all of this, and I think I'm just going to let my position go next year.
Yeah.
Because I just know without having you and Danielle and just I just really can't do the drama. I really cannot. I have just so much going on, and I really try to dedicate time, but I'm at capacity, and I'm trying to start my second master's program.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I was accepted into one of the Hopkins programs.
Oh, very cool. Congratulations.
My start date for 2 semesters now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just don't really,
I know.
just next year, I just don't want to deal with it. I really don't. I want to be a parent during Josiah's 5th grade year. And I truly appreciate you, Danielle, Kristen, Megan, Jamie, everyone. But I can't do it by myself. I can't because someone else.
And you know that if you said you would do this next year, right? I would be behind the scenes to help support you.
Right. And I know that. I
It
know
doesn't
that.
make sense to me anymore that I have dragged this out for so long with me physically not being there. I want to be just a mentor. I want to just, hey, email me, Facebook message me that you have a PTA question. I will help walk you through it. You know what I mean? I it doesn't make sense for me to be, and I've got my own stuff too, you know what I mean? That health wise, I mean, all I feel like I've hit old people status. All I do is doctor's appointments, you know?
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, the last 8 weeks of my life have totally sucked.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. We all have that stuff. And I think that's why we reacted the way we did with admin, because they don't truly look at us as individual people with lives, you know, and they just expect us to do all of this stuff for them, you know, and without any true support. Um, so, you know, I told Jim, my husband today, I said, you know, my goal is just to finish out this year. Let's get
Yeah.
this through it. We're going to leave this PTA in good standing, and whatever happens to it after next year, it's not because we didn't do
Yeah.
stuff, you
I
know?
mean, I just don't have the energy. Like, you know, I truly do love our administration, but when it comes to partnerships, like I just don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I really just don't have the time. And that was my biggest concern stepping into this was
Yeah,
time, and I said that from the beginning, and I just feel horrible. And I just don't like not being able to give my full effort. And,
I,
so
I know. Well, and I do get that, and I think we've all tried to be as flexible with each other as we possibly can. You know what I mean? And still be able to get stuff done. I
and I
mean,
appreciate
I
it.
did all the treasurer's reports for Danielle so that she didn't have to take the time after, you know, because mentally she doesn't want to do this either, you know. But as long as the three of us, can hang tight till the election,
Well,
whatever,
it
then
was just we just celebrated the 100th day of school last week, so we got about 80 to go at this point. 75.
you know, God, snow, give us some more now.
Yes, please.
um, so okay, so let me. Do you still have a couple minutes yet?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I actually, this is my work from home day, so my day is a little bit better. Yesterday was a hot mess. It was a disaster yesterday.
Okay, so what I did, I'm trying to, um,
So before we move on, do you really think we're good with this
yes,
swag store?
yes, I think you're fine with it, and I think you can make your presentation. So let me pull up the agenda part though, because I have it down under uh, new business. Is that fine for you if we do it down there? Okay. All right. And then I figured you would give the update and all of that. I did just email you a script thing if you want to look at that, how we would alternate leading the meeting, you know, because I know you said your email is kind of full. So I added under,
Yeah, I'm not getting any emails. Like I'm supposed to be waiting on a email from Josiah's speech and language folks, but
okay,
I'm literally deleting 10 emails a day, 20 emails a day. It's ridiculous.
um,
So when do you want to do the general elections? Because I just want to make sure I'm
in
available.
May. That's in
My
May.
May is
Yeah.
really, 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 really rough after May 16th.
Okay. So let me hold on here. Okay. Here's our script. Um Well, according to see, the other thing that I had to add to our meeting as I was thinking about it, we changed our name, right? So our current bylaws still have still have the William Paca part on there. But to approve any changes to the bylaws, even like when we had to change the template to the Free State one, we had to get approval. So I'm prepared and I have it updated to this.
So we're gonna
so
vote
that
on the
we
name
can
change in the
present-
bylaws.
Yes, so that we can just tonight, all we're gonna do is ask those present to approve us updating the name on our bylaws. We're not changing anything else about the bylaws tonight. You know what I mean? Just
So can you
transferring,
just keep this right here so I can write this stuff down? Because this is
yeah,
actually the big information that I need.
yeah. I
We'll
can
sum-
email it to you. Well, if you're still having trouble.
No,
getting-
you can I'll give you my work email and you can email it there too.
Okay, all right. So,
70
because the only thing that we'll be changing will just be updating the actual name.
So do we have it? We're not tax exempt, right?
No, that is for sales tax and we haven't really ever used it, but that's what's on file with Free State. So I just include that number there. It just automatically stays on our bylaws. So the important numbers are our EIN number and the incorporation number is for the forms that we do. Like I have to use that one that starts with the D when I do the personal property report, which I can do anytime between now and it's due by April 15th. So I have to do that soon.
Alrighty, can you just scroll down so I can see where is our address, the school address?
Yes, yes. Our
Okay,
address is here. It's
2709.
the 2706.
Oh, 2706.
Yeah,
Okay.
Philadelphia Road, Abingdon.
The intermediate building address.
Yeah, I would just, yeah, if the main office is in the intermediate building. But everything else stays the same in here. Like we're just gonna have one vice president, one secretary. Our elections are held in the month of May of even years. So this is an even year, so our election should be held in May.
Quickly, what is our official business name?
This official business name is Old Post Road PTA Inc. Incorporated. If you want to spell it out, it would be Parent Teacher Association.
We have a phone number associated with us?
No, just the school number. I would just put the school number if you have that. I don't have that right in
Okay.
front of me.
I'm gonna now change this information since I've shared it with you to our OPR email address.
Yes, okay, that sounds good. So this is our new name is here, Old Post Road PTA Inc. See it down here in the bottom. That's the official name.
Got
So
it.
our actual real former name was just William Paca Old Post Road PTA. So because that's what the state of Maryland had. So I only updated it and just took out the William Paca and left everything else similar, so that they would approve it. So this is what I've had to send to the IRS with a letter stating that we're updating the name.
I'm actually gonna keep a contact number associated with my phone number on here.
Okay,
And
that's
somebody
fine. Yeah.
really contact us. All right, do you have any other questions for me?
On the spiritware stuff, no. I was just going to, and basically, I think for the vacancy for secretary, we're gonna let them know that all positions are available for election in May. That this, if anybody wanted to help us, that temporarily, we are taking the minutes between you and me. We will get minutes for each meeting. You know what I mean? I'm going to announce that we've canceled the spring book fair. And I had another email from the school week or so ago asking if we were doing the Patriot program. How many times have we said to them in the last 3 years
Ask them
that
about that
we,
too.
yes, that we asked them to create the curriculum, that we would help support it by, maybe helping to test the kids or the celebration portion of it. But it's not our responsibility to create the curriculum for it, you know? And so, no, I said again, we told them several years ago that we're waiting for them to do it. I'm not adding that into this discussion, but now, all right, so if you're talking about dates, the May staff appreciation, are you still okay to do May 10th, Friday, that May 10th? Because that's what you had requested. Oh, did I lose you? Sorry, I guess my internet was wonky.
I know. I was like, I don't know if she's frozen or if I'm.
So I was going to ask you, is the May 10th date for staff appreciation still good for you?
Yes.
Now, did you say technically our May meeting date was already scheduled for the 15th? Are you in town for that?
Yes, I'm in town for that.
Okay, so we can leave that date the same, and that's going to be our election date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So 10 days prior to that, so actually either at the April meeting, we'll need to finalize, I could always add it tonight, but by April's meeting on the 17th, we need to finalize a nominating committee. I cannot technically be on that as president. Okay. Now, either you or Danielle could also be on it, but we need to recruit some other people to help recruit and find candidates for these 4 positions. So according to our bylaws, the board, we would elect who's on that committee then. So if somebody volunteers for it, we can be the ones to approve that they're there. You know what I mean? And then we'll have the election in May, and that will technically be also our last meeting for the school year. Because we do not have one, and I don't feel like we need to squeeze one in June, you know? So now we may, as executive officers, whoever's elected into those positions, need to do like a transition meeting, after June 30th with them. But then that'll be it. So that makes sense, and is that okay with you? I was going to try and be in town in person there, but I can't for the 15th because I have a doctor's appointment on the 14th back here in Ocean Pines that I have to do. So unless we wanted to move the meeting to the week before, I might be able to squeeze doing an in-person one there, but on the 8th, but I can't do the 15th. So I can
Okay.
do 15th if we're virtual. And quite honestly, it's up to you. Do you want us to just stick with um, doing Zoom meetings for the last couple of meetings, to finish out the year, or do you want to try a hybrid? Doesn't matter to you?
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, because and it does matter to me about you because you're the talented one in being able to help us make a hybrid meeting. So if you don't want to do it, then that's off the table. You know what I
My
mean?
April is really busy anyway, so it's all good. I'm traveling a lot in March, April, and May, so
Okay, all right. Well,
all
then
good.
make it easy for us. And let's just say, if somebody says, why aren't you going to do an in-person one? We'll say, due to our schedules, virtual is the option we need to utilize. And if they all want to do in-persons next year, they can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm to the point now, if they want to try doing different things, then just say, let them have it for next year, you know?
Yep, it's all yours, buddy.
Yep.
Don't come barking when you need us.
Exactly. Okay. So,
Gotta figure out how to update this payment information.
okay. I don't have like you might have to
Routing information from Danielle.
yes, because she has like all that stuff. Um, because I don't think I have any of that myself anymore. I don't know. It should be easier for her to be able to find. Um, I like your designs for spiritware. I think this is something doable, like you said. And if after tonight, I think we should go ahead and just say we're gonna work around, your flexibility of getting it posted and making it live and all of that. And do you feel we should, how long do you feel we should have the store open? Like, do we just leave it open or do we want to say order by such and such date? You know what I mean? And give them like 2 weeks to order, 2 or 3 weeks to order, and then have a deadline, and then we close it for a little bit and reopen it later. Or
But then I think about with springtime and teacher appreciation coming up, like some of those gifts are geared towards like teacher appreciation, staff appreciation.
so maybe it's all in the advertising of it then,
Mhm.
to say if you want your items before the end of school
Bye.
year,
Yeah.
yes, then you need to order sooner rather than later. But if you want to use these items as a gift, or something special, factor in that delivery time, you know. So yeah, I'm fine, I think, leaving it open, just letting it go. And then let's say, well, I guess, you know what, we could just leave it open until the end of May, or something like that. Um, if a new board comes on and they want to use the same format, do you know, is it something that you could transfer the contact info to them, or just tell them, here's the setup, you guys start your own, and then just that way
I
you're
mean,
not
I guess
having
I
to,
have to see what works best, you know?
right?
Um,
So we could just say this is open until the beginning of June or something like that. So we can wrap it all up, that because we want to be able to tally any money that we're going to make from this in this fiscal year. So by the end of June, we want to have it closed for us. You know what I mean? So for accounting purposes, we can keep it on this fiscal year. Okay.
I really have to figure out how to update this payment stuff. But, we can, so what date do we want to propose? Do we want to propose?
First, you want to say it'll open March 1st, just start at the beginning of the month?
I think March 1st might still be a little too premature.
Okay, okay.
Only because I want to create a flyer, get them out in
That's
Wednesday
true. Yeah,
folders and
that's true.
and
How about
I'm
then?
gonna do that by next Wednesday.
Because
I
yeah,
can do by, let me see how my next Friday looks. I mean, I can at
March
least get the
1st is a
flyers.
Friday, so maybe that could be your work day. You know what I mean? That you
Yeah, and
get
I
it
could at
ready.
least bring up the flyers.
Because then if you got them printed or whatever, you could get them in the folders for March 6th, the Wednesday. That's the first Wednesday in March.
Yeah, because I can bring them. I gotta find out. I'll ask Josiah's teacher when they do Wednesday folders. If they do Wednesday folders in the morning, I can bring the printed documents to the school on Wednesday morning.
Okay,
Print them on Tuesday.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, they will probably, and I don't know, Danielle might have this, but Miss Mary, the secretary, she should be able to give you a list of the homerooms and how many are in each homeroom. You know, the updated number count. And then once you print them, if you can separate them out into and put them in the homeroom boxes, that's one step, something nobody in the office has to do for us.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can get them into half sheets to save on a
Yeah,
little bit of,
if we
but
could
I
do,
do have plenty of paper
okay, all right,
that work already, so.
okay. So yeah, I'll leave that's up to your discretion on how you know, want to get it done. But I think if once you print them, if you can separate them into the homerooms, then the teachers, and then maybe we can ask admin to let the teachers know that it would be helpful if they made sure they got them in the folders.
I actually, dang it, I wouldn't be able to bring them on the 6th. Let me find out what time they put them in
Mhm.
folders. If not, maybe I can see if Danielle, I can drop them off to Danielle on Tuesday and maybe see if she can do them on.
You know, the other person who might be able to help us out, at least putting them in the boxes and dropping them off, would be Jamie. When
Yeah,
she's
okay,
working, when she's done working at my internet free,
school,
if she's
yeah,
done working at her lunch room job, you know, her cafeteria job at her school, she's done that for us before, you know, run up to the school in the afternoon. So if
okay.
she could get it up there on a Tuesday afternoon, I'm pretty sure we need to have them in the mailboxes by Wednesday morning for the teachers to have time to get them into the folders.
Well, I'll see what I can do. If I can work on it throughout the week and have them printed at least by the 29th, which I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll
Just
figure it out.
give yourself
Josiah
some
has an
room and
ENT appointment on
yeah,
this,
give
so.
yourself some room though. And if we don't get it out until March 13th, it's fine. Because like you said, if we're not going to have this sale is only open for 2 weeks, we don't have to kill ourselves trying to get it out right now. You know what I
And
mean?
that's still 3 weeks, like, you know.
And you're going to end up with spring break in there in the middle, you know, and because spring break is at the end of March. So we do want to get whatever we want to send home to them before that. But then they'll have time over spring break to go shopping, you know. And then even if they shop then they've got all of April and May to get it delivered, you know. So I think you're fine if you want to aim for the 6th, but that's great. But if you don't get it in the Wednesday folder until March 13th, I think that's fine too. Okay.
There's been no request, right, for us to do help with 5th grade shirts.
No. And
I'm
I
not
think
even talking about.
that came off the table last year or because it was so expensive that it took all of our budget and we said we couldn't do that the following year. And so that's when Mr. Wooden said he was going to do it. Now, they may ask us to help support, I don't know, if they have a picnic or something for 5th grade. I don't know what they're doing yet, do you? I haven't heard. But we could help maybe with snacks or freezer pops. I know we did that at the end of the year last year. Well, we did that for field day too, and that was for every student. But they need to tell us that stuff soon, so that we have time to do it.
Also
So,
change our donations page request, because I'm gonna start going out to Wegmans, Wawa, and I'm gonna say this in our meeting, Wegmans, Wawa,
mhm.
Chick-fil-A, Giant,
Did you try
um,
right or try ShopRite?
ShopRite's not really in like our school district, but
Oh, okay,
I mean, I
okay.
still try.
You're right.
Um,
Okay.
and then what was the other place that I was gonna try? Crap.
BJ's? Did you mention BJ's?
BJ's and even the grocery outlet here in Edgewood, they
Oh, okay.
yeah, to see if they are willing to do a monetary donation or,
Mm-hmm.
don't of plates, napkins, cups, whatever.
Right. So, do you have an idea then what you want to do for the staff appreciation thing in May then? Is that what
Yeah,
you're,
I think I want to go for, because even out of anything, I think breakfast is the most feasible option, like cost effective option to cater for,
right,
and easier to modify like dietary restriction items for that kind of setup.
right.
So I think breakfast is our best bet, and it could be like a grab and go situation, but definitely breakfast.
Okay, all right.
Really,
Um,
really is vegan.
when we get a little closer to it, you let me know and I can set up a sign up genius for families to
Yeah.
donate for that one if they want also, like we've done in the past, because we've gotten some support that way too. From
And Kristen, I'm pretty sure she just sent me another fundraiser idea today. I can even ask her if she can make us some donation boxes for staff appreciation.
yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm actually see her today, so I'll pitch that to her too. I said, girl, you can still participate from afar, okay? I appreciate you. She gave me two different platforms, and this was the best one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good.
The
Good.
images, logos, and I didn't use the exact ones that she had because she
Right.
didn't use the pink, but
Okay.
when in, you know,
Right.
rock and
Right.
rolling.
Well, I appreciate all the work you've done on that. That's definitely a lot, and I think that might be a something that we could share in the leaders group. The HEC PTA leaders group. When people ask what vendors are you using, for spirit wear, we could share this option, this way of doing things. Um, at some point.
It's you don't have to have inventory. It's a drop ship click type of situation. We are in the background. We do not handle any of the shipping. We're not, it's no setup fee, like
Right. Right.
rocking and rolling.
Good. So our biggest things for the next couple of months are to get through our meetings each month, one each month, get through election.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do the family game nights. Danielle did say she'll still do that one, so should have March, April, and May. You're gonna do the staff appreciation big event on the 10th, and the spirit wear. Am I forgetting anything else? Because those are the things that we just need to, I mean, there's the behind the scenes stuff like that
The
I have
only
to
other,
do.
yeah, the only other events that I can think of is, them mentioning we could hang posters or portraits for art show. And then someone, volunteering to, if we do decide to do the popsicles again, for field day. And then also I was thinking if the art show is the same day as the band, spring concert, I think they did that last year. Maybe we can set up a concession. But I'm usually not here
I,
bring.
well, and I was gonna say the spring concert doing concessions, that means somebody has to go out and shop and get the stuff. So maybe,
Yeah, and honestly, depending on the date, which is always the week that I'm on vacation, I'm not available. And Danielle, my son's in the band, Raylan is in the band. So it's just an idea. Maybe Desiree can, take ownership of that. Who knows? It's an opportunity for us to, another fundraising
right.
opportunity. You know,
Well, because I know like Aberdeen Middle School, now that they have the middle school sports going, we started doing concessions just for the
sessions.
home games, and the president went out and bought a bunch of the store-bought snack stuff, you know what I mean? And we've had one or two volunteers help her with that, but we've only made about like $150 out of that so far, out of the basketball games. They want to try it and do it again for the soccer. Um, they even mentioned trying to do hot chocolate for the soccer ones, but I'm thinking that is a lot more work because you're outside, that's their thought, is that you're outside in the cold. But
No thanks.
you know, but you do have to have somebody there to count money and to take cash
I
and
mean, we still have our coolers and then the water kettle there and hot chocolate.
well, and that's the other thing. You can add the hot chocolate stuff to, um, we can even do like a mid pick me up and stick some back in the teacher lounge, the packets and stuff.
Yeah,
Let
or
them figure it out on their
like
own.
a March pick me up before spring break or something.
Yeah, but not to the extent where you have to go in there and have it all hot and
Right.
ready for them. You know what I mean? We're just going to say we can stock your faculty lounge with that stuff. Come on. My internet being cranky today. Come on, internet. All right, you still there? Well, tonight I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna also make you a co-host, just in case my internet likes to be wonky today. That way, if for some reason I get booted out, I can just, we can just keep going. Okay. Um, till it lets me back in. So, okay. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. So I'm good to go. Are you good to go then? And remember, we are a united front. And
Absolutely. I'm not stressing out today. I'm not going to have a mini meltdown today.
yep, no, and I will let's just put it this way. If something starts to go awry, I will step in and nip it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I
I'm not,
just can't.
we're not going to let others control the PTA meeting. We are the officers. We are the ones who control the meeting, you know? And so if it starts going haywire for whatever reason, we'll just end it. We'll just say, okay, meeting's done,
All
um,
good.
I'm not going to be, I have enough gray hair. I don't need any more.
Start, okay.
So, but I like to call them my silver metallic wisdom highlights. That's what they are. So,
That's called seasoning, okay?
yeah. So, all right. So we got this recorded. I will save it. I will send it to Danielle later. And is there anything you need me to send you now? Oh, and did you want me to send it to your?
Oh, let me send you my work email.
Yeah.
I just put it in the chat.
EDU. Okay. Did you want me to, what am I gonna send you? The bylaws, right?
Just send me everything for today's meeting.
Oh, okay, yes, everything, the script and everything. Okay, got it. All right, so I will do that now after we're done. And just let me know if I forget anything, okay?
I appreciate it. Do you wanna, I guess, email it to Danielle and I'll text her to let her know that we just emailed it. Just let her know to, maybe like what, the first 30 minutes she can watch?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will do that because I have to, it has to upload onto my computer. So as soon as it does finish, once we end the meeting, then it'll start uploading. Then after that's done, I can send it out to her. So, okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna